Hello and welcome back to another episode of Journey Through Eorzea. I am your host, Captain, an otherwise cool guy, man with hat. Moenbryda is laying on the floor, half dead. So fun fact, I haven't actually played since the 18th of February, 2026. It is currently the 23rd of February, 2026. I recorded a few episodes, and then I uploaded them and scheduled them so they'd come out staggered. Because my brain is Swiss cheese and goo, I actually didn't remember where I was, and I was kind of surprised when I heard the ominous Ascian music and it said entrance. And I was like, what was I doing? I don't remember. Because it's been a while. I usually go back and look at what I last recorded to see where I was at. But clearly we are trying to figure out this whole thing with, it says to confront Nabrialis in the Chrysalis. And as we know, Moenbryda, I remember she got kind of stabbed with the spirit sword, like Vegito from Dragon Ball Z. So I'm assuming, yep, this is the Chrysalis, level 50, what have you. So let's get queued up for that. 13 minutes. I'm sure I'll fumble this hard because I haven't played in like 5 days. But, you know, if we ever want to get this show on the road, we got to get it going, you know what I mean? I just decided to take some time to rest and stuff because I'd been recording almost every day for quite a while, and I was like, all right, relax, spend some time with the wife, the whole thing. But yeah, no, I came back and I kind of forgot what I was doing. While the queue is going on, I'll probably go back and maybe I'll watch the video of what actually happened because I don't exactly recall. It'll come back to me immediately, but you know, I kind of remember. All right, let me be real. I'm not trying that hard to remember. So anyway, let's wait until it pops and then we'll get taken care of. Alright, we're back. Controller's actually on. That was 23 minutes of waiting on that one. So, I was beginning to wonder if it was ever going to go. I forgot what I was doing, where I was going. Time ceased to exist. Then I got wrapped up trying to watch YouTube or anything else. Blowing time, you know. Alright, let's figure out what's going on. Let's deal with some Ascians. Well, they're upbeat. Well, that's a plus. Oh, it's Minfilia. Hi, Minfilia. Yeah, so I kind of remember what we're doing. We're plotting to kill some Ascians. We were just about there, and then you know some nefarious ne'er-do-wells got in the way. Alright, let's rock and roll. Two white mages, and a dragoon, and a dancer, and a red mage. Maybe it's been too long, but I feel like the sound sounds weird today. It sounds kind of hollow for some reason. And I'm not sure why. So maybe after this fight I'll take a look at it, make sure I'm not missing something. Because that's the last thing I want. Oh no. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't remember. I know these alternate them, or you pick up more. Well, that one definitely hurt. I don't know. Nope. I'm sure it's just fine, no problem. Oh, that one hurt. Don't want to get another one of those. Need to take one of the dark orbs. That guy died. Yeah, nope, don't touch that one. Someone revive Evas. No! The healer has now died. I cannot do anything about it. Oh no. Neen Mallow. You have died a sad death of sadness. Trying to revive him. Alright. Back on the case. Yeah, no, something sounds weird about the sound. I didn't really think much about it because I was like, oh yeah, those will be fine. Oh well, whatever. It's doable for now. They have a Virus and that Dragoon's down. Didn't Dragoon the one just died? Am I crazy? He has died again already. Oh, there he is. We can do it, boys. Even though I'm terrible at it, I'm looking forward to getting Iron Jaws so I can try to remember to actually reapply my dots. Could you imagine a time where I could actually apply the dots properly? Although I don't think it's going to matter because I'm going to switch classes once I get to the next expansion anyway. Such is life. Uh-oh. Alright, I think the secret is you have to rotate them. If you, yeah, so you have to rotate them. So I gotta hit a black one now. If I grab the red one, it's gonna be a bad time. I'm gonna grab this one. And then grab a red one. And then I need another black one. No, you fool. I need you to work with me on that one. Oh no! That's how they died. Well, now I know. Hey, someone's nice enough to revive me. That wasn't fair. I died like right after I was revived. I didn't have a chance to even like. I was going to drop second wind, and it did not matter. Forgot this one being so saucy. Oh my gosh, another raise. People are on point tonight. On point, I tell ya. What in the hell is going on where I am just getting instantly murdered? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this, I ask you? That's like 3 deaths in the last minute and a half. No one saw this. It's not my fault. I'm gonna blame Square. Oh, I got double raised. Manual revive. Alright. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Alright, what are we doing? Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Okay, 2 of those. Well, if we don't get those fat heals going on, it's not gonna matter, is it? I need you guys to just bring the best heals you've ever seen in your whole life. Do we spread these? Is that what we're gonna do? Do we spread them? Not enough. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna take this one for the team. I love you guys. Just want you to know that. We got the 2 healers left. There's 2 tanks. Oh no. Meteors are 1 person. Well, I don't really think it mattered at that point because everyone was taking splash anyway. What do I know? Well, they're trying to like. I understand they're trying to help, but at the same time, we were having a rough go of that from like moment 1. Like if we're being real, right? It was a bad time for everybody involved. Alright. I think I just realized. No? Grab this one. And then we'll grab this one. I mean, I gotta grab another black one. Grab this one. And then we'll grab a red one. Yeah. There we go. Oh, like, I wasn't really rotating last time, which was kind of uncool. Ain't no one got time for that. Oh. Alright, I don't know what we're doing here. Enough of this teleporting stuff. Enough of this gobbledygook. Man, it's been a really long time since I've done this fight. I could not tell you the last time I did the Nabrialis fight. The Chrysalis, as it were. Yeah, something's definitely off with the sound. I don't know what's going on. But not like you guys really need to care about all the technical stuff that's going on. It's just, it's not up to snuff, you know what I mean? We're doing much better this time anyway. Red one, and then I'll grab this black one, and then I need another, well, yeah, I need another red one, black one, red one, I need a black one. He's gonna grab that one, grab the next one. I can't grab it, I need another black one, okay. There's that one. Oh, you didn't touch that one. That one, oh, ow. I don't know, I think I got hit with another red one, I need another black one. Just drop one of these ones. That's that. I don't feel like the healer loves me. I don't feel like the healer loves anybody. They're on point, but at the same time, distracted. Must be something shiny nearby. Casting Quake 3. Oh no, that's a video game. Run out of here. Oh, shiz, man. Alright, healers. Throw the fattest heals you've got, come on. I'm gonna need you to like do super good now, please. Come on, we got him. Come on. Oh gosh. Is that supposed to be Quake 3? Like Speed 2, cruise control? I got level 3 LB, so... Alright, let's just go in there. No amount of Om Nom Nami is going to save us. Alright, I'll grab this one. I'm right here. I'll let the tank do it. That's right, tank's got to run around and grab it. I forgot. You're gonna LB the tear? Alright, hey, what do I know? Guess it makes sense, yeah. Oh, I see. We're supposed to kill these while the tanks run around and grab those, and then we get pulled back in. Alright, yeah, Ava LB3 tear. Okay. Shows how much I was paying attention in school. You know, throw one of these songs down, everyone will be stronger by like 2%. I say 2%, it's actually like 1%, but that's not the point. Let's go! Alright, not so bad. She just fell like 20 feet. And she was pretty happy about it too. I got a player comp and someone comp under my hat. Can't do much better than that.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
Oh no, something bad happened. Axe.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
I still can't get over this guy's voice actor. It's kind of great. Oh my gosh, I got DDoS. No. All right, we'll be right back after we. Well, I mean, I guess yeah. Let's back up these DDoS problems. Okay, so I resumed it, and it just immediately went back here. So we're just gonna do the best we can with what we've got.
Thank the 12.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
Okay, so I figured out what happened. Why my sound sounded all dumb. I don't know if it does in the recording. It doesn't really sound bad to me, but it must have bumped the button at some point because it changed the sound profile, which I didn't really think about. So now it sounds normal again. So minus DOSs and sound profile changes, we're back in business. Let's have Nabrialis explain this to us again, and go from there.
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
I mean, don't we have like a secret plan to secretly capture you in a thing that you're not expecting? Chuck that rock at him. Throw your phones at that guy.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
The end. Look at that mic drop. Let's just let it go.
What trickery is this? No. No! You cannot! No!
No! You can't possibly put me that way. You've been around how long? You don't know about this stuff? Come on.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Oh, I got an imagination, don't you worry. Okay, that pose was kind of lame, but it's okay.
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Everybody throw your phones at that guy.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Big words.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
I mean, she do just be kind of a crystal, so I don't have to say.
If only we had a bit more ether.
Oh, is this how she dies? She, like, sacrificed herself for the ether or whatever?
Moenbryda, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Eorzea. You damned old coot.
I remember that she died, so I just don't remember how exactly. I thought maybe she just
Moenbryda,
died as complication,
no!
but
You mustn't!
she's gonna, like, dump her aether in, I guess. Oh, she just turned herself into pure energy, okay.
What? No! It cannot end!
But it will.
I am eternal! I am immortal!
I've watched Highlander, you, sir, are not immortal. There can be only one. We really gotta find a more efficient way to do that, you know what I mean?
Moenbryda. She's gone.
I'm sure she's fine.
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
So I'll say I feel a little bit more about it. Like, it got me a little more. I was like, all right, you sacrificed yourself. I get it.
This device is a legacy of Moenbryda's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
Everybody knows not noticing that Moenbryda's missing. Guess it's just not important at all. Oh, there we
What
go.
happened here? Where is Moenbryda?
She gave her life to temper the blade of light. I have no words.
Yeah, I still think that, like, it would have been better if she'd showed up, like, around the same time all the rest of them did. And then you're like, oh yeah, cool. And then maybe, like, she's just passively there, right? Like, you get to meet her, and then she's there, and then she just shows up periodically, right? And then, so then when she dies, at least you feel like, oh yeah, we lost a part of our team, instead of, oh, here's this lady that showed up, and she's gonna help us out. Oh, she died, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands. Does Eorzea know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moenbryda hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Sharlayan motherland, Moenbryda and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history.
You know, that's an interesting point there. When you get to Charlian in Endwalker, I don't think anybody even mentions Louisoix even once. Like, it kind of falls off after Realm Reborn. I don't recall them really ever talking about him again. Not saying like it never happens. And obviously there was the whole thing in Binding Coil, which I'm still not 100% sure what happened with that. Also, why isn't Alphino here? Shouldn't Alphino be here? I don't know. Like, if we're talking, you know, whatever. It's fine. This is more of an Urianger moment. I get it.
When he left Charlian behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moenbryda. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moenbryda discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moenbryda truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end?
I mean, she did in fact say that, so I would say yes.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moenbryda, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to link a video that
Moenbryda
is...
gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians.
I'm gonna link a video in the description for this if I can remember to a video that I'm reminded of. It's from, I think it's Ben AG or whatever. It's a little animation thing that's about Moenbryda and him, and I think it would be a good way to cap off her death in the main story. It's pretty entertaining. You know, it's like a little callback sort of thing, but it's pretty good.
Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moenbryda in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
But yeah, I straight up don't recall them ever talking about Luceway when we get to Endwalker and get to Charlian. Like at all. I don't know. Yes, we are all very somber. I'm saying we shouldn't be necessarily. I'm just saying a little, you know. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in Charlian Manor to celebrate Moenbryda's life and mourn her passing. I will not. I will leave to continue to be awesome. It is my way. Oh wait, no, I guess I am. As Moenbryda was a native of Charlian, it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found in Rathafrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, the guardian deity of the City of Learning. There we shall pray for our dear friend's soul, and bid her peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. All right. Well, I guess we're going. I don't know where any of that is, so we're gonna try and figure it out. I guess. So, like, I'm assuming it's not nearby, but I don't know. Let's see. What's the nearest thing? Fog fence? Oh, it is. It's like it's in a corner in Revenant's Toll. All right. Well, what do I know? Just a simple man with a hat. Man whose hat got complimented. Need I remind anyone watching? Oh, we got randos. All right. Let's take our mana cutter out there and figure out what we have to figure out here. I think it's funny that I have been doing this for a very, very long time. I think it's funny is I get kicked off in the manner that one would have a DDoS attack, but when I logged back in, there was only like 7 people online, which I thought was kind of weird. So, I mean, I suppose I could have just lost connection myself, but it was in the same manner with the same code I get for every time that I ever get DDoS. So, I don't know. Maybe it was a DDoS just for some people. Maybe it's a DDoS against people that just have cool hats, you know what I mean? Is it this way? I hope it's this way. This looks promising-ish. What's... What happened? I don't even understand. Must have been the Spirit of Moenbryda to help me fly up this thing so I don't have to go all the way around. That was very nice of her to do that. I know, it was terrible. Alright, let's see what we got. I mean, this tree, it's very crystally. Let's see what's up. I don't have to wait for a bar to go up? Why am I the first one here? I barely knew this woman. That's a cool shot of the Crystal Tower. And the airship with the dragon, the whole thing. I gotta come up here and take more screenshots more often.
Forgive me, Moenbryda. Had I been quicker, or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
You know, I've never paid attention. Is her eyes gray? Is that a thing? Oh, it's Midgard's armor.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Gotta dip in just to remind us that things are kind of lame. Look at my face, like, uh. But yeah, it's like a cool area. Like, this would be like a cool place for like more screenshots. There's another thing. What is that giant orb over there of whatever that is? I don't know what that is. Like, I know, okay, obviously you got the airship that crashed in the water, which is cool, right? And then you've got the Crystal Tower. What in the world is that giant dome of thing over there? Did I miss something? There's just a giant dome over that way? Huh. Shows how much I've been paying attention. Alright. Take the same mana cutter back to town. Move on to the next thing. Gotta talk to Minfilia. Like I said, we're quickly coming to the end of this, but it feels like we're doing like a ton of stuff and nothing at the same time. It almost feels like it's like, oh, we'll never make it in time, you know? Obviously we will because we're awesome, but like, you know, it almost feels like you wouldn't. I'm sure that that dome has a perfectly logical explanation. Something I should totally, absolutely know, and probably would know it where I'm paying attention. But because I wasn't paying attention, I have no idea what it is. It's like genuinely gonna bother me. More than this random guy standing over here, Setya Q. Yeah, he bothers me too for no reason. He's a level 53 pugilist. 2 something, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I've lived as few men dare to dream. Alright. Okay, wait, was that guy's name Matt Man? It is. That's a name if I ever saw one. Like a superhero, but like not a good one. What do you do, Nishtola? The rising stones feel somehow colder. Moenbryda always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. Yeah, she was cool. Like, is she the coolest person ever? No, she's not a Stinian, that's for sure. If a Stinian died, I'd be super upset. Like, that's like... You know when people used to watch The Walking Dead and they'd be like, if Daryl dies, I'm gonna stop watching the show. If a Stinian never died, I would stop playing the game. I couldn't deal with that. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent is my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we now feel is precious in its own way, and not be slightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Tiberius? Oh, let's say we fell into black. This is having a really long wind down. 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisoix, Moenbryda, our fellows at the Waking Sands, who we didn't name because they didn't matter. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Tiberius. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength. and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. I just don't remember her being in Heaven's Ward at all. And we just freed her from being captured. Is she gonna get grabbed again? By like Hydaelyn or something? Oh? Oh, we got a thing. I wasn't expecting one of these. Alright. I wonder if this is like, that was like the end of a patch, and so now we're doing that. Have you a moment, Tiberius? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moenbryda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Everybody all sad. Ida's like the most popped up thing ever. So I could see where she'd be upset, you know what I mean? Hey, it's Tiberius. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but... it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for Moon Daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at the Wrathfrost. You want me to go all the way back out there? Man. Alright. In Final Fantasy, never want to make you, like, waste any time. Surely not. Surely not. But, you know, I don't think we've actually, in this playthrough, I don't think we've had to go see Rowena one time. Like, everyone talks about her all the time. But, like, we haven't actually been up to talk to her. Rowena, the champ of having, like, everything you could possibly ever want. Alright. Who also married Geralt at some point for some reason. I mean, I'm just saying, Rowena's not bad looking. Geralt is a goob. I don't understand, like, you know. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to be traded? Eh? They've got you running errands now. Huh. Them Scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Spending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though. You'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods know she needs to. Guy's got some drip there. Not like my traditional thought for someone wearing like some Dragoon stuff, but I mean like, hey. He's Johnny Bobathan. And he's a traveler. Alright. Let's hightail our way back out there again so we can put some flowers down, because this is the absolute pinnacle importance of things we have to do. But we'll be going in style, so it's okay. They really want me to join these fates, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Ugh, Ruina can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. But what I was meaning to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moenbryda love these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
They always blindside me with the actual voice cutscenes.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
You talking about the one where bad things are gonna happen? Is that song? You got some dragons. I'm sure it's fine.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Wait, is that what ends up getting us up on top of the thing where, was it Balthazar's Wall or whatever it's called? Where dude betrays us? I can't recall. We're obviously in a military conflict when they die, but I don't remember. I thought that guy was getting attacked for a second. I was like, what? He's in a cutscene. He can't attack him when he's in a cutscene. Come on. I'm sure everything's fine though. No problems whatsoever. Business as usual. Super easy, barely an inconvenience in the words of pitch meeting, you know? My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moenbryda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us with little time to mourn. The envoy from Coerthas will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. I must be talking about Lucia. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye. The dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest, Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such can be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grave picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart to Coerthas at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well, I shall send in envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event your plea does not receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority on this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. I mean, I don't know if I beat him, but then, like, he stripped my power, and now he hides in my back pocket, you know, like Navi the Fairy. So, thank you. You wear the mantle of the hero well. It would seem the road leads us to both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Tiberius. Alright. Well, you know, a Choco Porter will be handy. Give me a chance to take my sweatshirt off. And get ready to go on the next thing. The next leg of this journey. Or we could just black screen it, it'll be totally fine. Oh, the Shona Ishgard. Or, oh, it's the big bridge. The big bridge that goes to Ishgard. Oh, they just murked that guy.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Man, I almost killed you last time. You're gonna get out here and start talking trash? Oh, she's snapping the barrier.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
Man, she just screwed over the Ishgardians so hard.
The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
You know what? She's not very nice. Need some big dragons, you know what I mean? Some really big boys to really bring it together. Alright, let's head over to Camp Dragonhead. I didn't expect I knew she was gonna be a problem, I just didn't remember her showing up and causing yet more trouble. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Some ladies be trifling. And this happens to be one of them, so such is life. At least Palico knows, right, Palico? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Patrolling tiny man. Alright. Take me to Camp Dragon held for 100 gil and 3 minutes of my life. Alright, please enjoy the fantastic soothing noises of the chocobo music, which is very relaxing, as I'm sure you're aware, as we make our way out there. Okay. Pretty much got what I needed to get done. Yeah, no, so we killed Ascians now, Moenbryda died. We're really oh dude, I forgot all about it. You can totally see Ishgard from the distance, can't you? It just looks so much different, like, from this angle than, like, when you're over there. You know what I mean? It's so much more compacted from this angle. And, like, the bridge isn't as big or anything else, you know what I mean? Like, we just looked at that bridge was huge. But from over here, it doesn't look that big at all. Alright. Well, it just started a sneezing fit, so more behind the scenes stuff I'm sure you're all asking for. Give me a second. Alright. We've arrived. Alphino is here. Sassy Sass. Okay, that's the person of the game. The day. That's the name of the day. Is Sassy Observation. And I can't even think what to say about that. It seems I was the swifter, Tiberius. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell us some manner of trouble for the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. So where are we going? We're going to the Gates of Judgment? I don't know if that's a good idea, dude. I mean, we can, but... If you told me that, I would just stopped in the way and then met you there. But no, you want me to go back. You know, fun fact, I don't usually mind backtracking in games. But Final Fantasy XIV definitely makes you backtrack a lot, at least in some parts of the game. Like, the only time I've ever really, like, thought backtracking was fine was, like, Halo 1. I didn't mind going backwards through it, because it was kind of, like, cool and novel. Like, oh, yeah, we're going back through the same mission we were already on. But it's, like, cool and interesting. Now it's just like, nah, just go back to that place you just passed by. I don't want to do that. This guy, look how cool he is. He's standing, he just needs to have, like, one foot up against the wall, so it looks like a cool anime guy. There you go. The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards, if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Yeah, they were. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. And we're having Dyspeptic? What does dyspeptic mean? I don't know what that word means. Heretic scum. How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret overmuch. There are still yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. I don't know about that one, buddy. Twould seem the heretic struck the first, and most telling, blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned the heretic's treachery. Lady Ishgard led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir Emeric awaits us. You. Lady Ishgard has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do what we were bid, and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Halfont will know where Sir Emeric means to receive us. I can only assume that it is in that tiny room off to the side where sassy whatever it was. Can't think of the word all of a sudden. It was a sassy observation. Where sassy observation was at. What a name. Some people really go all in on their clever names, I tell you what. Imagine your name's actually Sassy Observation. Like, what does your name mean? What'd your kids name you? Sassy Observation. Alright, Hochefont. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend whose one homeland when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. And you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived. He would treat you with you in the intercessory. So see, here's an example. Hochefont, we all know about Hochefont and the whole thing, right? But they endear Hochefont to you way more because you have so many more dealings with him, right? That's the kind of stuff they should have done with Moenbryda, right? They want you to feel like Moenbryda mattered, but they don't do anything to endear her to you other than her showing up and saying some sassy observations. And then, that's it. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? You know what I mean? Like, one was done well and one wasn't. That's all I'm saying. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Ishgard and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are currently returned to the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Elfino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Astinian. Let's go! It's our boy, Astinian! That's not Astinian. That is Astinian. Look at that. The presence. The drip. The best character in the game. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, so cool. Oh. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know precarious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such warriors, masters of the lance, Astinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of the dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord. Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest, be at ease, Tiberius. I did not come to challenge you this day. Wait a minute, what? Is he calling me an Azure Dragoon? I mean, I unlocked Dragoon, but I don't know if I'm... Huh. I wonder if it's procking? If ever... Hang on, sorry, we gotta break this for a second. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest, be at ease, Tiberius, I did not come here to challenge you this day. Because I know in the Dragoon quest, Estinian shows up. So is it saying, like, instead of him being the first time I've seen him, like it would have been the last time I saw it, it's acknowledging that I have done Dragoon quests, and so I have run into Estinian? Because if I'm not mistaken, Estinian is there. So it's saying, you are also a Dragoon, and so I'm not here to fight you. Okay, that's neat. Well, now that we've all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you that what we have learned of Iceheart's designs, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, only one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in our nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are our scars where our walls bear Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward would be able to be erected would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depth of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Though the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaigns as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years, nearly 20 years, since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet for the eye, we know that we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder about your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. Man, this much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, you will stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beast and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. that would not even have to draw steel. That's kind of like extortion, kind of a weird way. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona? 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think that you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence it does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against the Danifin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt, the worm has summoned his minions to war. Alright. Yeah, no, I do think it's interesting that Estinian actually, he actually regards you as a Dragoon, because I have, obviously, I've done, what do I, Dragoon? Level 50? So yeah, I've gotten Dragoon to 50, so, you know, and I think I've done the job quests up through 50 for Dragoon as well, so I guess he considers me another Azure Dragoon, because 50 would have been the highest you could go at the time, so that's just interesting. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, the desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Amrak was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when he's home and is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? The Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders. I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude toward the foreign cooperation comes at something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. And we're off on the road again. What is it he said again? Nidhogg is the source of suffering. I just wanted to see if he'd say anything else about, like, oh yeah, I know you. You're that guy. That guy. Oh gosh. Sassy Observation is here. Gotta be careful about Sassy Observation. She makes sassy observations. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's get back to the Rising Stones. That's right, and I will in fact take the Chocobo Porter. And I think when we get there, that'll probably be where we cut it for today. But no. I think we're making good progress there, definitely trying to wind it up as much as possible. Hang on, I have a website that I have open on my phone, just for such occasions. Let's see, what quest are we on? We are on, well, it's not Rock of Ages, I'll tell you that. It's Committed to the Cause. I'm not going to help him, he can handle it. Committed to the Cause. Alright. Committed to the Cause, 50. We are at quest 283 out of 305. We are 92.79% done with Heaven's Ward. Or Heaven's Ward, with the Realmborn. Sorry. I'm thinking I got Heaven's Ward on the brain. So, we're making good progress, and we should be there before any time. I had a thought, and it just left me. So, just like the thoughts that have escaped my brain, I will now ride the Chocobo in silence for a moment while I think. Bam. We'll get to Heavensward, we'll switch classes, we'll be like this guy who just disappeared into the wall like a ninja, but like a weird ninja. Yeah, I totally forgot that Iceheart actually shows up. I knew that you had this whole part in Heavensward where you like go through the countryside, and it's like you and Alphino and Estinian and Iceheart, and you guys are all kind of questing together, like, you know, kind of traveling together, beleaguered, you know, begrudging travel companions. But I couldn't remember how that actually took place. Just like I couldn't remember how this guy is attacking that guy from under the floor. But I didn't remember that she helped with the assault on it. She's kind of a jerk, but, you know, such is life, I guess. Where we at? But yeah, I think the series is going okay. I would have liked to have recorded yesterday, but I was too tired, and I was also busy, but hoping to kick back into this here and we'll finish Eorzea Reborn strong. I don't have that water, like, Leviathan. Maybe I do have it, and I just don't remember it. I always want to think I don't have mounts, and then I go look at my mounts, and I'm like, oh, it's just not in my roulette, so I don't notice it. Alright. Enough of my blathering on. Let's get into the antecedent. Let's go figure out what she's got going on. Alright. So Minfilia's standing there, she's pensive, she's waiting to hear about it. And she will hear about it on the next episode. And as you know, that means till next time.